now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Ha. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell. This is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio in the Daffy Down Studios, close to the ghetto, but not in the ghetto. I am joined...
Ghetto adjacent.
Yeah, it's ghetto adjacent.
Super adjacent.
Uh-huh. Speaking of super adjacent, my co-host, Jason's with me today. Jesse is on the ones and the zeros. Are you being real?
I'm being real.
And Jesse, we'll talk about Jesse's Be Real in just a second.
Okay.
It's a follow that I wish I didn't. And then Preston is the czar of information, and Stella is on the ones and zeros today. Recently, my kids told me, "Hey, Dad, Jesse gotta be real," and I was like, "I hope he doesn't send me a friend request."
You were the first one.
And then
I just
get
imagine it's all potty pics.
Well, I get the friend request,
Yeah.
and then I actually post generally on Be Real, but I don't typically scroll it. I just figure,
Yeah.
whatever.
People want to scroll.
But I just happen to be scrolling, and Jesse's byline was, "Of course, Be Real goes off when I'm in the shower."
Oh, yeah. God,
And although there was nothing in your face wasn't even in the picture, which I appreciate.
yeah.
It was just shower shots.
Yeah.
I just thought, I just
don't Google that.
shower shots.
No.
I didn't want to look too hard because I thought, there's a lot of reflective surfaces in the bathroom. I don't need to see anything.
I really, really looked at that picture to make sure that the reflective surfaces were not reflecting.
I would have liked to see the waffle stomp.
The waffle stomp.
You should be real waffle stomp.
So anyway, we're here, and this is happening.
Did you know that people didn't know what a waffle stomp was?
Yeah, I
I didn't know until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
So, we're here. It's cold outside. You're wearing a heavy.
I'm freezing.
You look like a troll, like a
dirty old troll.
A bridge troll.
I got a joke that I've been liking lately.
Okay.
Can we start the show off with
Is
a
it
joke?
about a bicycle?
No,
Why is the bicycle tired?
because I think it's why is the bicycle sleepy?
Oh, why is the bicycle sleepy?
Because it's too tired.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Good joke, Jason.
So I actually like this joke.
Oh, okay.
This is a joke I like, and I've been.
Is it a dad joke?
No, it's
Okay.
not a dad joke. It's actually a religious joke.
Ooh, even better.
I know. Yeah. Nothing funnier than religion. I actually like this joke. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
So, and I've been tweaking it a little bit, kind of making it my own. The way I heard it, I
Crafting it.
thought, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
So, two devout Jewish guys are out on the golf
Oh,
course.
gosh.
And we're starting there.
Just start off with the Jews.
There's two devout Jewish guys, yarmulke wearing, really devout Jewish guys. They're on the golf course.
Do they got these things?
No. But that guy's going to come into play in just a second.
Okay.
So they're on the golf course and they're talking, and the guy's like, "Oh man, I'm having kind of a hard day." He said, "What's going on?" He said, "My son converted to Christianity." He's like, "Oh my goodness." He's like, I know what you feel like. My son also converted to Christianity. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And so they don't know what to do. They say, "You know what? We should go to the rabbi." So the rabbi's the guy with it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the rabbi. Let's talk to the rabbi. So they go to the rabbi and they say, "Rabbi, we don't know what to do. Our sons have converted to Christianity. Give us some advice." And the rabbi said, "I don't have a lot of good advice for you, but I know how you feel. Actually, my son also recently converted to Christianity." And they say, "Wow, well, what do we do?" He goes, "Well, we need to pray." So they sit down and they pray. And they say, "God, we don't know what to do. Our sons have converted to Christianity." And all of a sudden, for the first time ever, they hear the audible voice of God. God comes in and says, "Guys, You're not going to believe this.
My son.
It's pretty good, isn't
It's
it?
okay.
I like
You have
that
to have a little
joke.
working knowledge of the New Testament.
Yes, I think so.
You know, I mean, if you're a casual Bible guy,
you-
you might not get that.
Maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. But I like that joke.
It's a good church joke, I guess.
It's a good joke.
But even half the people in the church, like, huh?
I know. It's better
You
when
gotta
you
craft
just,
it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're close.
I'm close. It's
Yeah.
better than the version that I heard.
The virgin that you heard?
That's a Catholic joke.
Oh,
I got a bunch
you're
of
never going to
those.
believe it.
All right. Well, how you doing today, Jason?
I'm doing good.
We got a lot of stuff.
I got a lot of
out
stuff.
of the way before the
Oh,
show started.
yeah. Inappropriate things.
You said some words,
that I don't normally. They're not in my vocabulary.
but you just had to just get it out.
I had to get it out.
So do you feel better?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I was yelling at someone online the other day in a space.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yelling?
I was kind of. I feel bad about it.
Really?
Yeah, I was just amped up. I got a lot going on right now.
I get it.
And
I get it.
I was just calling Steven Crowder a douchebag.
Well,
And this guy was defending
You were
Steven
yelling
Crowder.
at Steven Crowder?
No,
Oh, you were yelling at a
It's just
guy.
some other guy. It's just two stupid guys. We're both named Jason.
Yeah.
And
Checks out.
Yeah, checks out. He was defending him, and I was throwing him under the bus. So, I mean, unless Steven wants to
Well, listen, we'd love to have Steven on the show.
yeah, if Steven came on the show, I'd be like, he definitely did not verbally abuse his wife.
Stand-up dude.
Stand-up guy. His
Honest,
wife was the problem.
truthful,
Landau
loyal.
was the problem. Everyone else was the problem, not him.
Yeah, I don't think he gets like weird angry about stuff in a way that
No.
makes me uncomfortable.
He's not surrounded by guns.
No.
Yeah, I think he's every bit as funny as he thinks he is.
He's the least condescending person on the planet.
No,
You know.
super humble.
He would
Yeah.
never tell you
Crazy
what
humble.
to think.
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, Steven, if you want to come on.
We would love to have.
No.
I don't think we would.
Are you telling me Steven Crowder calls and says, I want to be on the show? You don't say yes?
No. I don't
Dude,
think
if
I'd do it.
Hitler called and said he wanted to be on the show,
That's,
I'd do Hitler, yeah.
yeah.
Because, I mean, he's dead, so that would be
You bring
super
your gun
impressive.
for the interview? Take him out?
With Hitler or Steve?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
I got stuff. You got stuff?
I got stuff. You know, we can go with my stuff. We can go with yours.
Well, we have some X stuff.
Okay, let's
You
get
wanna just get that out of
I
the way?
like that.
So Giblets is all over the place. I mean, he's just our number one suggestion guy. So he said, if someone gave you $40,289 to start a business, what would you start?
With $40,000.
40 grand. You could start a business with 40 grand.
That's not a lot of money to start a business.
No.
I really want to start a fish and chips restaurant in downtown Marion.
You think you could rent a space? Man, 40,000 would be
I don't
gone.
think 40,000 is enough to get all the equipment that I need,
No.
and so yeah.
A hot dog stand?
Maybe.
You could get you could buy 10 cars at 4,000 a piece and sell them for
I'd probably start a
6,000.
podcast.
Well, it costs more than 40,000. We spent way more
Listen.
than
That's
that.
true.
listen, I've already got this in the bag.
Yeah.
I'm doing reselling. I'm buying stuff
Yeah.
and I'm selling it for more.
You buy stuff at Goodwill that people died and donated,
Yes.
and then you sell it for more money.
Yes. $40,000 in Goodwill? I just buy the Goodwill. And then instead of having it as Goodwill, I would just
Jesse will.
board up the doors
Yeah.
and just sell it all online for 5 to 10 times as much.
Who's gonna sell me all this crap? Jesse will.
Jesse will.
I'm not a businessman.
I'm not either.
Some
Which
would
is-
say I am.
Some would say.
Some.
Some would say.
Would your wife say that?
Yeah. She knows I'm about the business. The bidness.
The business.
Have you ever seen do you know who the Flight of the Condors is?
No.
It's a New Zealand comedy group from like 20 years ago.
I'm already not interested.
Anyway,
Yeah.
very funny. They got a song called Business Time.
Okay.
It's very funny. It's worth looking
I'll
it up.
take your word for it.
It's funny.
Okay, so this is a good one. If you were a tree
Oh,
that fell in the forest,
what is this, a first date?
yeah.
Oh, wait,
no, if
okay.
you were a tree that fell in the forest,
Uh-huh.
would you make a sound, and what sound would that be?
Ah.
So, okay, picture you're a tree,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to fall.
No, that's the sound. Ah.
no, I thought you were saying the joke.
No, that's the sound.
That is. Ah.
Yeah. Ah. That's the sound I make when I fall.
Mine?
Yeah.
Since you asked.
Yeah. Jesse, what sound would you make if you were a tree and you fell in the forest?
Such a child.
Could you imagine someone on another part of the forest just hears them just this loud fart?
Yeah.
That's probably why people believe in Bigfoot. It's probably where it started.
That could be.
A tree fell. It was a fart.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a person. It's a big ape.
Preston, if you're a tree and you fell in the forest, what sound would you make?
Oop. No, it's a buckeye tree.
Yep.
Oops, sorry there.
I think I'm going to try to fall silent.
Have you seen that?
Let me slide on by you.
Have you seen that skit with Adam Driver? Have you seen that SNL skit? Beep beep. Have you seen this? Listen, you got to look up. I know I'm just talking about skits, but
Oh, you got to watch this one skit. Oh, you got to look.
Listen,
you're
that's
just
what the
telling people to look
podcast
stuff
is
up.
now. I'm telling you to look stuff up. There's an SNL skit with Adam Driver in which he and this other guy are being Midwestern nice to each other. Beep beep. Let me just get by you here real quick. There. Let me just squeeze by you. Very funny.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Okay.
No one asked Stella.
Stella, what sound would you make? She's not going to respond.
Yeah.
She would be the silent tree that
Yeah.
fell in the forest.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore of black and white sitcoms.
Okay.
Black and white sitcoms.
So black would be Sanford and Son.
And white would be Frasier.
Yeah.
and Seinfeld,
Frasier,
Friends.
Seinfeld's Friends. Those are all pretty white.
very white.
I mean, yeah, pretty white.
King of Queens, that's pretty
Oh,
white.
but
That's
I don't
pretty
think
white.
that's
well,
Mount
Deacon's
Rushmore.
his friend, so that's not all white.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's right. There's a deacon there. It feels like we're missing a glaring one.
Oh,
Maybe
well, Little House on the Prairie.
Newhart. That's not a Little House on the Prairie is not a sitcom.
Oh.
I would say
Bonanza.
Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, Dick Van Dyke.
That's pretty,
Okay, yeah, that's
about
pretty
as white
white.
as it gets. So Dick Van Dyke,
Okay.
Frasier, Seinfeld, Friends.
That's the white one.
then the black one,
one.
Sanford and Son.
Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
come
that's-
on.
that's
What are we
good.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
What was the one with the Wayans brothers?
The Wayans brothers.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Wayne's World?
That's white.
That's definitely
That's
white.
very white.
Is it white?
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
Excellent.
Oh, okay.
Party time.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
Swing.
Just a lot of references today. Is that what he was looking for?
Yeah, I think so. So we just need to complete the black
Okay,
one.
I'm sorry. Fresh Prince, Sanford and Son, the Wayans brothers.
Yeah. What about the Jefferson? The Jeffersons.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the Jeffersons.
Yeah,
So okay, they're
that's it.
Jefferson, Sanford and Son. Oh wait a minute, the Cosby Show.
Oh, come on. That's the most iconic.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
for not all the right reasons, but
No, listen, the Cosby Show doesn't have to be connected
to Bill Cosby.
Well,
See, the Cosby Show it always just put me to sleep.
I love the Cosby Show.
He's telling a joke. It went over your head. Don't drink that.
No, do drink that. Tastes like pudding pops.
Back on the train. Cosby Show.
Yeah. Fresh
Sanford and
Prince.
Son, Fresh Prince, and Jeffersons.
Yes.
The
That's it.
Steve Harvey show.
That's not
No.
sitcom.
It doesn't take any of those off the
No,
list.
those
So
that's the
but
Mount
let-
Rushmore.
Let's just name ones off the list.
Okay. Anything else on
Do
the
my
list?
job.
What did you Google exactly?
Black sitcoms?
Black
sitcoms.
Yeah,
There it is.
literally what
Okay.
it-
Okay. Mount Rushmore of ambient worlds. So he heard.
Oh, listen.
listen.
You just
Okay,
you don't know
listen.
what kind of door you just opened up.
No, I know. And this is
Okay.
all giblets, by the way. So we are going to do a Lauer Road ambient worlds.
Yeah.
This is going to happen. I don't know
Definitely.
when, but it's going to happen. So we need to do the ambient worlds Mount
Okay.
Rushmore.
All right. This is my niche if there ever was one.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one that belongs on the list is Lord of the Rings ambient world. It's
Like
just any Lord of the Rings one.
any of them.
We'll just be broad. I like the Hobbit. I like the Shire.
Yeah.
I like Rivendell a lot.
Rivendell's pretty good.
Rivendell's very
I
good.
think I prefer Rivendell over the
I
Shire.
like the Grey Havens if I can take it. The Rohan one, if I'm feeling inspirational, is okay. But we'll just say Lord of the Rings. Okay. Now, there's also another ambient world genre that is coffee shop
Yeah.
jazz music with
That's-
rain in the background.
That's the only one that I rarely do ambient worlds, but if I do, It's coffee shop.
It's on the Mount Rushmore.
Okay, so
Coffee shop, rain,
Yeah,
light
no,
jazz
I
music.
got it.
Okay.
I got a suggestion.
Okay.
Yoda's Hut.
Listen, I have listened to the Yoda's Hut ambient world. Whoever it is that you're making ambient worlds, the guy that runs the ambient, I think the name of the YouTube channel is Ambient Worlds.
Yeah, we need more Yoda's Hut.
First of all, why'd you take the camera off of me? I have, thank you for your service to humanity. Like, let me just try to, if I had to try to guess, I would say I have sat while listening to the Yoda's Hut ambient worlds.
Yeah.
We're talking, I don't know, hundreds of hours.
I believe it.
Hundreds
Well,
of hours.
how long? Is it 3 hours or 5?
It's 3 hours, I
3.
think that one is.
So, I mean, 3 hours a pop. You've done it at least 100 times.
Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah.
The Narnia one's very good. I don't know that it belongs on the list, but it is very good.
Shelby does Harry Potter, Dumbledore's office.
I know those are very popular.
What about just the forest? A grassy knoll type.
Well, these are pretty
area.
themed.
Mm-hmm.
The ambient worlds is an ambient world of a themed world.
Yeah.
Not always.
I love the Braveheart one. In fact, Levi and I, because the guy that runs the ambient worlds, there was not a Braveheart one. And so for like a year and a half, every time he would release an episode, we would say, give us a Braveheart one.
Yeah.
Like, we want a Braveheart one.
Yeah.
And then he started to respond and say, all right, I'm working on it. And then he made a
So
Braveheart.
you're responsible for the
I
Braveheart.
mean, whatever. You know. So the Braveheart one is pretty good too.
Yeah.
So I would say Jazz, Lord of the Rings, Yoda's Hut
Yeah.
stands on its own.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't like any of the other Star Wars ones.
No.
It's Yoda's Hut.
Don't
That's
care
it.
for him.
I think
No.
there's a Hoth one that's not bad.
Hoth is all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'd prefer Narnia even
For
over
the
that.
Snow World. Yeah, but there's also Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, I don't really understand that. I know it's a video game. I listened to last week I listened to the entire Mega Man 2 soundtrack. It was awesome. Every single time, because each guy has his own song.
Yeah, yeah.
Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, do-do-do-do-do. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. Whoever is making the music for Mega Man 1 and 2, those are the only ones I've ever played. You're killing it, man. Killing it. So good. So, yeah, Mount Rushmore, Ambient Worlds, Jazz, Lord of the Rings,
Yoda's Hut.
and then we need another one. I would put Braveheart on there.
Okay, that's fine. We'll
Okay,
do Braveheart. There's Game of Thrones on there, too.
I don't know that.
Oh, they're good. Let's see here. So, Boy Blob would like to know the best duo, and we can make it more than 2 if you want, to host a presidential debate, to be the ones asking questions of
okay.
the stage.
Joe Rogan.
Well, you want me to give you his first?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Vern Lundquist.
Vern Lundquist.
Yeah.
The old basketball?
Yeah, Vern
Guy?
Lundquist
Okay.
and Fran Dresser. So, that would be interesting.
That was Boy Blob?
That was fun.
I feel like I'm getting a window into Boy Blob
You don't want to
in
look
a
at
way that I don't like.
It's a big picture window.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big window.
Because that's cool. Fan Drescher and Vern Lundquist.
So for a long time,
Yes.
Vern Lundquist, he had a parody Vern Lundquist account years ago.
NCAA basketball. That was like his thing, right? Is that what he would do?
No, I thought that was he did a lot of golf. So on
Listen, do I like Vern Lundquist?
Come on.
Sure, I love Vern Lundquist. Would I ever think of Vern Lundquist on my own, unprompted, in the rest of my life?
probably not.
No.
If we're doing sports commentators, though, it's got to be John Madden and
Pat Summerall.
Pat Summerall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great answer. Out of bounds. Yeah, boom. Yeah, what you do out there, you know?
Okay, so hosting a presidential debate, I think Joe Rogan would be great.
Yeah, it's got to be Joe Rogan.
And Elon.
Oh, I'd love to see Elon's questions.
Yeah, it would be very like.
He'd be like,
I don't know what to think about that
long
one.
pauses. I just have a question.
You can't even do
Come
it.
on, Elon. No, Joe Rogan, and I would. Okay, if I had to pick,
The Boy Blob is demanding it.
Jordan Peterson, Joe Rogan.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that would be really great.
Those are the two
Well,
guys.
now, Donald, what you're saying here is
What the bloody hell are we
What
going to do
the
with all these
bloody-
immigrants?
You know, because on one hand, his question is 45 minutes long. And he's
And
like,
they got 30 seconds
Yeah.
to answer.
Yeah.
Now that's what I want to see: Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson asking
That'd
the
be
questions
great.
in a presidential debate.
That'd be great.
Oh, man, that'd be so good. Sure, Fran Drescher. Who doesn't want the nanny there? But
The nanny and Vern. I mean, come on.
that's the classic combo, obviously.
Okay, so that's pretty much it on the
Okay.
X.
Jason, what makes a man manly?
oh,
Jesse thought he had an answer. Manly.
Manly.
Well, like today, and this is an exact. I'm getting to something else, but like today, Erica and I went to eat Greek, and I was very hungry. I hadn't eaten for like 24 hours. I was ravished. I felt like a Viking coming off of a
Pillage.
a pillage.
pillage.
You pillage a
Well,
village.
I don't know. I think,
Pillage
yeah, of
a
course, you
village.
pillage a village. We've been over that, but I feel like
Plunder?
I feel like he plundered.
Do they plunder
They
more than
plunder.
they pillage?
Yeah, you plunder unless there's thunder, and then you just go home. No, that didn't work. Anyway,
You're close.
I'm close. I'm on to something. But I just felt I was like just so hungry. We went to eat Greek, and I was just consuming the food. And she said I was eating like a crazy person. She was like, "Your mouth is open. You're leaning over the table." I'm like, "I'm a man, all right. I don't eat like that." Like,
Well,
I'm
how do
just
you
like-
eat without your mouth open?
Oh,
you're chewing
I was
with your
chewing
mouth
with my
open.
mouth
Okay.
open, and I had hummus and lamb in there, and she was like, "It's disgusting." I was like, "I'm a man." Okay, it's like I'm a man, and I might have referred to her as a wench, which she was like, "I can't believe you said that." I was like, "Wait a minute, hold on, hold up." I'm pro wench.
We're all pro wench.
I'm very pro wench.
I love the wenches.
She has made it very clear that she is. There's no doubt on this. She is not pro wench.
Oh.
And she'd prefer I not ever refer to her as that again. But I said, but you got to understand. I said, I view like a wench is like the female version of like a lumberjack.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's rough. Every woman wants a manly man.
Yeah,
right?
every
So-
man wants a wrench.
I guess. So anyway, I'm just thinking about what makes a man manly.
Is a wench specifically like a barmaid
I don't know.
wench?
Google wench if you don't. Maybe not image search, but just a definition.
And not on Urban Dictionary.
No, definitely not.
Oh,
Just no.
I'm on it.
Okay. I just want to know the definition of a wench, but I just feel like it's
Okay, wait,
I feel
he's
like
got
it's the woman to a
A lumberjack, the equivalent.
yeah, and she
Manly man.
brings her man mead.
Yeah.
I
like it. Okay, so
What's
Preston,
the definition?
the official
I
definition.
just love the verb of it.
Oh,
It
the
just says
verb.
A prostitute.
What?
So listen, that and what Urban Dictionary says, not too far off.
Okay, is it clean?
Yeah, clean enough.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty clean. It's
Prostitute's fine.
pretty
Wait a minute,
clean.
you said verb? A prostitute's not a verb.
But that's literally.
It's a title. It's like a noun, right?
No,
Well, a
but-
prostitute would be a
Mine's
noun.
fine. Mine's fine.
This is fine.
A
Do you have
dirt-
another definition?
Yes,
Okay.
a dirty pirate hooker.
How?
Oh, hold on.
Uh-huh.
This is urban, so who knows? Historically, a non-derogatory word for a woman who is not a lady. Thus, a waitress in times of yore was a serving wench, more modernly synonymous
Yes.
with. Can't
Oh.
say those words.
Oh.
Okay.
It's
All right.
it's synonymous with a word that rhymes with itch,
Okay.
but slightly less offensive.
Oh, she
Okay.
said that's what she told me, and I said she. And I
Like, no,
said,
Shut up,
slightly
you
less-
wench.
and I said no. It's a positive word. She's like,
Yeah.
no. When I hear that word, I hear this word, with the one that he.
Dirty pirate hooker.
And so I guess how late do you think the flower shop is open, or do you think I feel like I got some apologizing to do.
Man, there's some good
I was
stuff
just
on
thinking
here.
serving wench, like
Well, that would be a verb.
yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Well, they said it was an enduring term.
endearing.
Yeah.
Is it endearing? For me, it's very endearing.
Yeah.
You know.
One of them says a stout, voluptuous maiden,
Yeah.
usually associated with the Renaissance and taverns, where the
endearing.
wench is pictured as a barmaid boldly flirting with
Yes.
swashbucklers and
I'm
pirates.
a swashbuckler, and she's a wench. You know, that's what we are. We're married. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing dirty happening here. I'm a swashbuckler, and she's
Bring me my mead, wench.
yeah.
The more I just read into Urban Dictionary on this, the less I feel like you're in a good spot with your wife.
Okay.
We'll just.
It's a slight. I'm not. So anyway, my question is,
Okay.
going back to the, let's just skip all of that stuff. That was ancillary. It just happened today. I want to. I think every guy wants to be manly,
Yeah.
and I felt less than a man this week because, so my heater was not working in my van. The heater was working, but it was only coming out of the front vent, and so I had no defrost.
Yeah.
Which in the summertime, not a big deal. In the wintertime, fogs up.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah.
It's no longer a luxury. It's a necessity.
Well, you got to have a beater with a heater.
So I look up on Google. I Google my problem.
Yeah.
And they say, Jason, I got to get a HVAC actuator for my car.
Oh, an
So
actuator.
I call AutoZone. I tell them what I need. They say it's going to be $120. I'll call you back. So I looked up on rockauto.com. Not a sponsor of the show. Daffy Down Industries is. Go to daffydown.com. I go to rockauto.com and because I got a tip that's where I should go. $25.
Oh,
I'm like,
hey.
come on, man.
Yeah.
So I do that. So I get the part. And I watched a couple videos, not my exact year, but it looks like it's going to be down here. It's going to be easy to do. So I go to do it, and I just can't do it. I can't get to it. There's like something, and I just told Eric, I was like, so we had to call our mechanic, and we said, listen, I have the part, but I can't. So I go into the mechanic, and I'm feeling already very,
Emasculated.
yeah.
Here and do the thing that I can't do with the wrenches, and my hands got all dirty and they're chapped, and
So I felt better though because he then so it's in Waldo.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta blow off some steam in Waldo. I gotta waste some time in Waldo. What do you do to
Find
waste
some
some time in
wenches.
Waldo?
Wenches at the GNR.
I went to the GNR.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably lots of winches
So
there.
I went to the GNR, and I regret many things that I said earlier, but and Jesse's just gonna make me keep on regretting them.
Yeah.
why would you call me a winch?
Winches be tripping, bro.
So I go to the GNR, and I decided I'm not even gonna get a bologna sandwich. I got a cheeseburger. Listen, can I just
That's a
give?
mistake.
Can I give advice to everybody here?
Get the bologna sandwich.
When you go to GNR, get the bologna sandwich. And the cheeseburger was a frozen cheeseburger patty that they threw on the grill. It was
Yeah.
not great.
No.
It was fine, but it was not.
Why
the
would you
bologna.
get a cheeseburger at the
I don't
GNR?
know. I had a bad food day before, and I just thought, I don't know, think a bologna sandwich just seemed like
It's
another
world
bad.
famous
I know.
bologna sandwich.
I regret it. Okay, so I go to the GNR. I wait for an hour. I'm at 2 hours. I'm the only person. The GNR is a bar that
Yeah.
serves great food, but it's a bar, and I'm sitting there at my table, the only person in the place. The place is full. It's packed, and I'm taking up a whole table
Yeah.
reading. People were looking at me like, "What are you, son? What are you doing in here?"
Boy, you get lost.
Well, look who walked in here, Cletus. Looks like we got Bill Shakespeare over here. So
You sure do got pretty teeth.
you come in here with all that book learning, you think you're better than us. You got another thing coming, son. So it was a lot of that.
What the hell you do drinking a milk? Got a milk at the bar.
That better be whole milk.
Are you drinking skim milk?
It better not be almond milk. Are you one of those soy boys?
Yes, sir, I am.
Bet you watch Brokeback Mountain a lot.
So I'm reading a book at the GNR, just feeling unmanly because the only reason I'm there is because I can't fix the car and I have to pay another guy to fix the car.
Yeah.
And it was just a really awful experience. And then I got to call him because it's been 2 hours. And I'm like, can I get an ETA? He's like, 1 hour. And I was like,
One
okay.
more hour.
Another hour?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll stick around. So I wait an hour. I wait another hour.
4 hours.
Now it's been 4 hours, and I wait an hour past what
5?
he said. No, so I'm at
Oh,
4
okay,
hours.
yeah.
An hour ago, or 2 hours ago, he said 1 hour. So I thought, His brother answered one of these operations.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know, man. We're in the car right now." He's like, "It's at least another 2 hours." I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I was like, "From now, it's another 2 hours." So I was like, "Should I?" I was like, "I've just been at the GNR the whole time, man." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Should I just like get a ride?" He's like, "I don't know, man. If you want to stick around at the GNR, you can." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I'm gonna get a ride." He's like, "I don't care." I was like,
do you.
I was like,
You
"Just
know?
call me, I guess, when it's done." So I did feel better because
That was last Thursday.
it was. They said it was very hard to do. Like
Okay.
it was very difficult for them to do.
but
so,
not for a real man.
I mean, they could do it. I didn't have the necessary. I have a fix it herself toolkit.
It's got pink handles.
That's actually not a joke. When Eric and I got married, I didn't have any tools, and she had a fix it herself toolkit. So
Still hanging on
but you
to
know
it.
what? A Phillips head is a Phillips head. Whether I don't care what the handle color is, it's a Phillips head. So anyway, yeah. So
I would say pink tools does not qualify as a man.
okay. Well,
Soy boy energy.
I feel very emasculated right
Yeah,
now,
as you should.
as I should.
Yeah,
So
reading a book in a bar.
I read. I read a
Listen,
book, and
You
I.
could be a man and read.
Does it
That's
make it
not-
worse that I had a highlighter? And I was highlighting things.
Multiple highlighters.
And once I pulled out my laptop, and then once I put on my laptop, that's
was-
when
it was a
like
MacBook.
all of the all the heads. What's this guy doing in here? So
Do you have Wi-Fi in here?
excuse me, I'm having trouble
What's the
locating
what's
your
the-
Wi-Fi.
The password's baloney.
Probably is.
It probably is.
So yeah, that's just a
So
thing
what's
that
it?
happened.
What's it mean to be a man? Is this
Yeah,
what you're
what is
asking?
it? What is it? What makes a man a man? Is it the fact that he can fix stuff?
think
Is it that he has a beard?
I would say provider,
Provider,
protector.
protector. Okay,
Those are two big ones.
okay. So I'm 0 for 2. What's
That's why he put his daughter in jujitsu.
yeah? It's not wrong.
Yeah, well, provider and protectors. You're George Washington. You're Abraham Lincoln.
Facial hair.
Facial
no,
hair's
no, no,
Well,
no, no.
it's a big one.
I mean,
Yeah.
3 of the 4 of us.
Yeah, we're 75% man.
Well, Stella and I are officially in the same group now. Well, I know one.
What?
It's pretty obvious. Yes, 1 of 4. Ish.
You asked.
I did ask. That's true.
Well, speaking of protector, I got a thing.
You're still going twig and berries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh. Gosh.
We don't have to.
Well, I just want to make sure we're on
You
the
guys say
same
that
page.
I'm the one that lacks subtlety.
What,
I would just let it
protector.
go.
You're a
Twig and
prote-
berries is very subtle. That's not.
It's
out
also
Yeah, but it was funnier before you said that.
yeah,
Oh.
and then it's also disproportionate. I'm sorry, I should have just let it go. Anyway, protector.
there. Protector, provider.
So this is a separate thing about protector and Dan fighting. So a couple weeks ago, mutual friend of ours, Josh,
He's a black belt.
he's a black belt in karate.
Which
so
is-
I walk. Yeah. I walk into a coffee shop and he's sitting there with AA Ron.
Yeah.
And AA Ron says, "Hey, question. Dan and Josh, they fight."
Well, I've had this discussion before.
He says, "Who wins?" And
Is Josh a little guy?
no,
Okay.
no, Josh is not a little guy.
Bigger than you?
Yeah, he's bigger than me. He
No, bigger than Jesse?
No.
No.
Okay. He's a really big guy.
Well, I mean,
bigger
him
than
and
Dan,
Jesse.
not bigger than Jesse.
We're comparable.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
comparable.
We're comparable. He's a little bit shorter than I am.
Okay.
But
When you meet Josh, he's just the most soft-spoken, nicest guy in
nicest
the
guy.
world.
Good beard.
Great beard.
Good beard.
Always wears sandals. That's a little bit weird. But, and I've told him that. But
He has socks with capes.
I don't
Yes.
know what
It's
capes
true.
are. What are
Capes.
capes?
There's
Like
like,
Superman
on the
capes.
back of the sock, like the sock goes all the way up, and on the back of the sock, like above his ankle, is a little cape.
yeah, if you
That's
ran
who we're
into
talking
him,
about, just so you know.
if you ran into him in a dark alley,
I'm pretty sure I could take him in a fight.
you would not be intimidated. He's one of the least intimidating guys.
But
in the
he's
world.
a black
But
belt.
he's a black belt.
and it's nothing.
And so Aaron is saying, who would win? And I'm like, well, listen, Josh is a black belt.
Yeah.
So even if he's not a menacing guy, he's still
No one would call
knows-
Josh menacing.
No,
but
he's still a black
But maybe
belt.
he can pack a punch.
And he knows where to punch, and he's probably technically sound.
Here's-
So
yeah, sorry.
I said 100% Josh wins. I said now
Okay.
Dan is probably more cardiovascularly in shape now. He's been running a lot. I said, so here's the thing. I said Dan could probably run around the ring for a little bit. I said, but I'm taking Josh in 2 minutes. Right, 2 minutes or less. Josh wins if it's an actual fight. Okay, so I said all of that, and then the more I got to sitting there thinking, I was like, if I'm gonna concede that Josh wins because he's a black belt, that means I have to concede that Josh would beat me.
Do you think he would?
The man part of me wants to say no, but the logical side, I don't know any karate.
Yeah, but I think you just bear tackle him.
Here's my argument.
Josh and I, nope, you're not bear tackling Josh.
Here's my argument. Okay. All right. For why I think I could beat Josh in a fight.
Which nobody even knows Josh. I don't even know Josh.
I think he listens to the show.
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
His wife does.
She definitely doesn't.
No, she,
she does
definitely
it?
is not.
The only time she ever turned on the show, once she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah.
It happened to be years ago
Yeah.
when we did a Super Bowl halftime show,
Oh.
and she happened to turn it on just at the exact moment that I was lifting up my shirt to show my nipple because we wanted to have a Janet Jackson nipple slip.
A nip slip. Yeah.
And maybe we thought we'd get some ratings. Didn't turn out. And she, 5 seconds, turned it off. She said, well, I'm never watching that again. And she's smart. She's smart. She made the right decision. I thought Josh maybe listened. It doesn't really matter. Hurts my feelings a little bit. But here's my argument. And we'll never know because Josh and I aren't going to get in a fight anytime soon. But my argument is that he had, first of all, didn't really play sports growing up and didn't have any brothers.
Helps.
Right?
Homeschooled.
I just feel
yeah, that's a whole.
I just feel like the lack of brothers. I think I just think there's something there when you're young and you learn how to take a hit.
Yeah.
Right?
You could take a lot of hits.
I took a lot of hits. Because I think a
Explains
big
a lot.
part of fighting is, can you get hit
yeah.
and is it going to knock you out? Like, is
Right,
it going to like throw you off so
Well, just
much?
roughhousing.
Right.
know?
Like, are you just afraid to get hit?
Yeah,
If you're afraid to get hit, you're never going to win.
Right.
So, so that's my argument for why I think I would win. Now, I do recognize Josh. He's a black belt in the art of karate. I understand that.
Konnichiwa.
But no guy. I think no guy is gonna just like flat out just admit, yeah, that dude can beat me up. I mean, there are some guys that I would say, oh yeah, that guy can beat me up. But
Yeah.
some of those guys are at the gym. And I just I back off. So yeah, we're running late. We got to get to the
Netflix,
Netflix,
hit the Netflix.
suggestion of the week.
Netflix, watch these shows of those. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
Jason, what's your Netflix suggestion of the week?
A Netflix original, and I'm late to the game on this one. Peaky Blinders.
Ooh, yeah.
I just started it. I'm on season 1.
Killian
episode
Murphy.
4, yeah.
I
It's-
like him.
It's a solid
He's
series.
the Scarecrow.
Yeah. It's very good. I like it. 1919 England
TVMA.
TVMA.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's so far, it's just sex, language, and violence.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, so far it's not too bad. So, yeah, TVMA, maybe wait till the kids go to bed. But very solid. I like it. Peaky Blinders. I'm on episode 4, so I don't have anything to add to that. 1919 England. It's like a mobster type of thing.
Good accents.
Yeah. Well,
Kind of
the
that
accents-
Cockney.
Right.
Cockney accent. I like
Some-
the Cockney accent. Hello, Governor.
It's not quite that thick.
Yeah, go get a bottle of water.
What's your Netflix? We're running out of time. Because I got a thing I want to do still.
I've not been watching television, so I don't really have one.
Except-
but I will say that the other day on my computer, I happened to go on a run of watching 3 or 4 speed runs in a row. And these are the ones I want to suggest. Jaws by NES. You want to guess the record speed run?
39 minutes.
3 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's
I mean, the
stupid.
dude didn't even. There was no cheating.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
he just
even-
did
yeah.
it.
I don't remember. I remember beating the game.
Listen,
I just don't remember how long
you
it took.
watch it. You're like Double Dragon with no like weird cheats or anything.
45 minutes.
11 minutes.
That's stupid.
I watched it.
No.
It was just he
It's
just
not
did
real.
it. He
It's
did
fake.
it. Do you remember the game Jackal, where you were like
Is there a picture?
Well, you can kind of see it right there. You were like
Grayscale.
Justin Gruber had it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that
probably.
helps. Okay, so that's not going to mean anything to you. And the last one, Marble Madness.
I love Marble Madness.
2 minutes and 46 seconds.
That's
It's just straight up beat it. I mean, he just ran through it. There was no like weird cheat where he fell off at just the right point and then
And it-
ended.
yeah.
He just straight up beat the game.
Marble Madness is a highly underrated game.
Oh, so frustrating. Marble Madness, right?
Yeah.
So frustrating.
Yeah.
Marble Madness is. You ever play Marble Madness?
I have not.
Oh my goodness,
It's-
Marble Madness is. You're a marble, and it's maddening because you got to make your way around
A maze.
a maze. This kind of course. It's not even a maze. It's
Where you
just
fall off and die.
Yeah, and if you fall off, you die, and it's harder than it sounds. Well, not for this guy. He did it in 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Impressive.
So anyway, that's my suggestion: is watch speed running.
I would also say that I'm going to give a suggestion that you watched.
Okay,
You watched your first Pat Gray episode.
mostly. I don't like politics.
I know. Which is why we don't do it.
Politics, schmolitics. That's what I say.
yeah.
It's too confusing.
MXPX.
Nobody gets that. Nobody.
No, someone gets that.
Right into the show.
If you know what that is.
If you know what top politics, schmolitics is, right into the show. And if that's you,
Yeah.
just for you, you can go to daffydown.com, enter Lauer Road Radio into the promo, and you'll get 15% off.
Yep.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I'd love to know if somebody knew what politics, schmolitics.
Somebody knows.
I don't think
I'm
anybody
telling.
knows.
Yes. There's one. Somebody knows.
Okay. All right.
You guys got one?
Nope.
Okay. No. Stella?
Thanks, guys. It's not like we do it every week.
Well, I've already taken up. I've probably talked
You
more than
did.
I normally do.
And I wasn't interested
And I
in half
appreciate
of
that.
it.
You
So,
you knew when he asked what the answer he wanted.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
we're running short on time. We got to
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, I may have made a massive mistake. So, my son Gideon got in trouble.
It happens. Kids being kids.
Kids being kids, he got suspended from school.
You know,
And-
it doesn't even take that much to get suspended nowadays.
No, I mean, just,
Back
you-
when we were-
Misidentify somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when we were kids, you had to like beat up a teacher or something.
Yeah.
He didn't beat up a teacher, did he?
Not today.
Okay. Some
So-
teachers deserve it though.
That is
They
true.
got it coming.
Yeah. So, anyways, got suspended.
Mr. Deal had it coming.
Is that who you got into it with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I told you to stop talking. Sorry. I've got a story.
So he's suspended.
Suspended. So Shelby and I talked, and we said we don't want him laying around the couch watching TV.
Sure.
Because her and I both work.
Mm-hmm.
He would be home alone. Like, this is not fun time. Yeah, home alone. So I thought, you know what? I happen to know a farmer who deals with pig dung.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Farmer Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Farmer Bob has pigs on his farm.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he could shovel it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I
Sure.
called Bob. I said, hey, Bob,
Someone's got to shovel it.
someone's got to shovel it. So I called Bob. I said, hey, Bob, Gideon got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him sitting on the couch. I want him shoveling pig crap.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob said, yeah, we can, I don't know how much of that I need right now. But he's like, we'll figure something out.
Uh-huh.
So, and it's cold.
It's
I mean,
very
it's
cold.
like super cold right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure he was all warm, Carhartts, boots, gloves, hat, the whole thing. I sent him off. Bob picks him up, takes him over to his farm.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a picture halfway through. I'll show you the picture here in a little bit. But it's Gideon with some pigs, and he's got a big old smile on his face.
He loved it. I
loved
actually
it.
talked to him about it today. He had
Yeah.
a great time.
And so when I went to go pick him up, he's like smiling ear to ear, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, we did this and we did this, and I had to get some pigs and we had to move them over to here, and then Bob, he shot a pig, you know, and like he's like telling me all this stuff. He's like, and Bob said maybe I could drive a tractor, like he's telling me all this different type. I'm like, I was trying to get my son to not be a farmer, to not be a pig farmer.
Yeah, you're trying. This is what happens.
This is what happens when you get suspended from school. You don't pay attention.
He loved it.
You become Farmer Bob. And then I realized I was actually criticizing Farmer Bob in that moment.
Right.
You know,
but if for him it was like he had to because it's a family
he
situation.
grew up with it. But now I think Gideon's choosing it.
Yeah.
Did I mess up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Gideon's gonna hate this. It's 0 degrees outside.
Yeah.
It's a pig farm. It smells. It stinks. You're in the mud.
Well, it would lose its. I can tell you,
day after day, it would get old.
So
quick.
Levi would help Bob, and still has helped him a few times. And the first few times that he would help him load pigs, he'd come back. He's like, "That was a lot of fun. Like it was, you know."
Yeah.
And then about 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th time, he's like, This is not as much fun as I thought it was." So
and that's what I try to tell Gideon. I'm like, because he's all excited. He's like, "Bob said I could work there over the summer." You know, I'm like, "Okay, well, it's not going to be as fun." I said, "You're gonna wake up and not want to go to work."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think he might be a pig farmer.
I think it could be like a Rocky training situation because Bob's always got rocks to pick up.
Well, that's what his dad said. His dad pulled up in the truck, and he said something. I said, "Well, Gideon's looking for a job this summer." He's like, "Can he pick up rocks?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "He's hired."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay."
They're looking for people to pick up rocks. So if you're trying to get some extra money, they need help.
Just drive down the road up here, up a couple miles, bunch of rocks in a field.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, that's
So you messed up?
I messed up. I think I turned my son into a pig farmer.
It's all right. Nobody's perfect. And, you know, there's worse things to be than pig farmer. It's an honest day's work.
You can be Jesse.
Either that or like pastors.
They're the worst.
That's terrible.
That's not even a job.
They don't even work.
And they take sabbaticals? What is that even
What
about?
is that?
Yeah. What do you need a sabbatical from?
Yeah. Your life is a sabbatical.
The same people that got politics, schmolitics got that.
Probably. So you didn't want you didn't want
I got more stuff. Is
playing
that
video,
it?
That's it?
Yeah.
You just didn't want them staying home playing video games all day.
No.
That makes sense. I feel like video games are ruining a generation on a lot of different levels. Like when Levi started driving, he's got very good hand-eye coordination. He's very, I don't
Intentional.
know. Like, yeah. And he's an aggressive driver in kind of a good way, which, right, you have to be kind of aggressive in a way. But what I noticed is, and I noticed this on a road trip, a long road trip, on big turns, he was doing
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And it's the thing you do in Mario Kart. You know,
Yeah.
you just like little micro turns, you know,
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
kind of like self-correct.
Yeah.
I was like, Levi, stop that. He's like, what am I doing? I was like, you're playing a video game. This is not a video game. You're driving a car. Like, just be smooth. And I noticed he was doing that. He just kept on doing. And I realized, like, that's like a Mario Kart thing.
It is.
I can't beat him in Mario Kart.
I can't beat my kids either.
It's annoying.
It is annoying.
I can't beat my 4-year-old.
Yeah. Well,
Beat my 1-year-old.
yeah. Mario on the Switch just added, as part of like a online feature, the Mario Kart 64 package. And I guarantee you I could beat my kids in Mario Kart 64.
Oh, sure. You just
'Cause
take them
it's-
to the beach and
You pick Peach. Peach on the beach, you
Peach
win
on
every
the
time.
beach. We win every time. You do the
The little
tunnel.
ramp up into that tunnel.
Come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Listen, watch the speed runs on those. Go to, because you're so familiar with it, go to speed run Mario Kart N64.
Yeah.
It'll blow your mind, Jason. Like, absolutely.
Well, I got you. So I've been driving with Harrison lately. He's getting ready to take his test here shortly. And I noticed the same thing with him. He plays a lot of video games. And what I noticed with him was he would go gas, brake, gas, brake, gas, brake. There's no coasting.
Yeah.
Because
right,
on a
yeah.
video game, it's go, stop, go, stop.
Yeah, right, yeah. Use the brake to slow down.
Like, dude,
while you're
okay, look, there's a red light. Just take your foot off the brake. We're just
Yeah,
going to
I
coast
know.
up there.
Why are you in a hurry? It's
Why are
going
you
to
in
be
a hurry?
red no matter when you get
We're
there.
going to either sit there or we can coast up to it.
Yeah.
You're going to save on your brake pads.
Yeah.
And you're not going to give me whiplash every time you hit the brakes.
I know. That's Levi did the same thing.
Yeah. The video games are
I feel
ruining
like
America.
It's the video games.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to talk about the Iowa caucuses, or I don't know.
No. Are we?
Just, you know.
I mean, Trump swept them. Every
did?
county. He won every county, 99 counties.
What's Nikki Haley? What's her deal?
She's a wench.
She's a wench.
Is she?
Nikki Haley's a wench.
Yeah, she's the worst.
She's a warmongering wench.
Warmongering.
She is warmongering.
Huh. Warmongering.
Yeah, I don't know what that stems from.
Okay.
Mongolian?
I think so.
Yeah.
So we don't like Nikki Haley?
No.
Okay.
No. Come on, Dan. Get
What-
with
He
it.
doesn't know anything.
What do you think about Asa Hutchinson?
I'm a big Asa guy.
You like
Yeah.
Asa. What about Vivek? You like Vivek?
I'm all for Vivek. I
Well,
know he's dropped
I used to
out.
think I used to like him,
Uh-huh.
but now I think he's a plant. He came out of nowhere just like Obama.
Okay.
He's saying the right things.
Yeah, because he's articulate, educated. He addressed
That's
that.
what people thought Obama was.
No, he addressed that because someone asked him. They're like,
just-
"Hey, like, you said some of the same things Obama said," and he was like, "Well, yeah, it worked, and it happens to be true."
Well, that's nonsense. It's Trump or bust.
Vivek wants
yeah.
to be Trump's VP, right?
Yeah,
Everybody does.
he dropped out and immediately went and endorsed Trump.
Tried to
and then-
kiss Trump. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He got
Trump was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Man, Preston's really gonna like Vivek after this."
So who am I
That was a
voting
gay
for?
joke.
You're going to vote for Trump.
I'm going to vote for Trump?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all are.
Oh, speaking of people talking about Trump, the guy Meathead, his character,
Who? I don't know what you're
Meathead.
Yeah.
Oh, All in Family.
Yeah, what's Meathead's
Rob Reiner?
Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
They talked about him on a podcast that he came out because we all care about what he says now,
No,
and
none
he
of
said,
us care.
"If you're a Christian, how can you vote for Trump?
Oh, my gosh.
He's not even a Christian. Shut up, Meathead."
Rob Reiner's not a Christian.
No,
No. He
and
has no
he's the
idea.
one that said,
Yeah.
"How can you, as Christians, how can you vote for Trump? Didn't Jesus say to do unto others and all this stuff?" It's like, no one cares what you say, Rob.
No, he's an idiot.
You're a moron.
I'm going to go home and watch All in the Family. I forgot I started that. I need to finish that. It's solid TV right there.
All right, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Wait a minute, no, you say that.
No, good dog.
I just feel like I'm all...
Sit, Bubba,
I
sit.
just thought we'd
Good dog.
try to start talking about politics, and
I
then I
have
immediately...
Yeah. I don't even know why you did. We don't do that.
I just lost interest.
We don't do
immediately.
politics.
He's just trying to pander.
I hate it so much.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because I thought, well, maybe... I don't know. Pat seemed like he had a lot of subscribers, and he talks about politics. I was like, what do you know? You...
This is why, if you don't follow politics, we'll never be on Blaze.
Yeah. Okay, well, all right, I'll have to follow politics. But Pat was like, what does he know? He's just the guy that interviewed Mike
What does
Tyson that
anybody
one time.
know?
What's that?
Nobody knows anything. It's just an opinion.
I got opinions.
Yeah,
I
but
have
you don't-
strong opinions.
Yeah, you don't do. We're out of time. Sit, Bubba, sit. Good dog.
I've spoken.
Good night, Lauer Patch Kids. And especially you, Colonel Angus. We like you.